To all the viewers, welcome to the English CGTN New Media. And it's the year 2023. China has developed quickly over the past 55 years, and this year marks the 55th anniversary of China's reform and opening up. When we come to the reform and the opening up policy, I always would like to talk about the Shenzhen, and here is the very, very first place to initiate this campaign, and here is the Shekou here in Shenzhen. You talk about actually here is very familiar is industrial park, but if you look at here, and this have totally new look. It's not just this territory from 1990 to 2000 is the refilled line. But if you're also looking at all these buildings and also look at all the ports, here is set up and then putting into operation in 2015. And here Shekou also have a new identity, and here is also a demonstration zone and newly included into the demonstration zones for the new outcomes. And we talk about new outcomes, which means here that is Shekou. It will shoulder for the maritime industry. So we talk about demonstration zone is more like modern service industry. And here that's around the 600 square kilometers. And here we also have 6 ports and of the 5 berths. Here we have a lot of the maritime resources. So given that the geological strands is here, you would expect more developed in the ocean-related service and the industry. So here we talk more about the blue gene. So we talk about what we have achieved and what we can expect more. So let's start our journey and also invite some experts with us to talk about new and old Shekou. So in order to better get a more detailed picture about here in Shenzhen Qianhai, I invite Mr. Jin and also Mr. Zhang. So they will give us more information. So here we actually see the cuisine at ports. So just started 15 to 16. So talk about like the business industries. Is same as 40 years ago or 45 years ago. So we talk about the Shekou here, especially Qianhai displays. Previously, it's more a focus on processing industry, but right now you're looking at here, given all these resources. So here is more a comprehensive industry, especially specialized in logistics. So people talk about the Shekou, we talk about industrial zones, but here if you like the Shekou, we talk about a new Shekou. So here you look at industry plus high-tech plus cultural industry. Actually, there are diverse industries taking shape here. And also here you look at the cruise port. That's the cruise port. So these ports also learned from the model of airport. So build up like an airport terminal, but that's for cruise. So according to the master plan for Qianhai, what we can expect going forward, especially we talk about this place newly included in the demonstration zone plan for modern service industry. So here we hope that to let the port driven the whole industrial development. So here you look at we will for sure spend more efforts to develop a cruise business that will also help us to drive the development and growth of related industries. And based on the a previous a industry or existing industry like the logistics, a marine services, and we will also to give more support to these industries. And we talked about previously, there's a factories, a lot of factories actually home here. And right now that's also upgraded to the base for internet service companies. So for the very beginning, let's say at the beginning of the reform and the opening up policy, we actually had a lot of factories, but right now we think about like we can keep all them, and don't need to build new ones, but you can actually to modify all these the factories. So we also actually given the new content to these factories, these buildings. So these factories right now either for the historical exhibition place, for tourism purpose. So we talk about that for a lot of like a digital exhibition that's more immersive experience that also show us a lot of content and give us a lot of information about the maritime development and also the deep sea development. So if you look at the from the Qianhai, that we build up a very long coastal line with the mangrove. That's a lot of these mangrove coastal lines actually would like to build it with a unique look, but also actually very, very nice place to let people embrace the ocean. So that's around 16 kilometers long, and we also make sure it's not just stand alone, separated from urbans, that kind of sighting. So make sure that we build up that for the recreational purpose, but also we have a lot of mountains here, as you can see. So we hope to bring all the coastal lines connected with mountains. So that's actually given the unique look here in Chengdu. And here we look at this is coming to your territory, the custom. So here we look at what that's. So if you look at this red-orange color, that's the key crane. So here actually that we have the container terminals, and for the growth from this year January to October, we have seen a quite sharp growth in the port. So for here, the western one actually that's more the connection with ASEAN countries. So you could see a lot of the trade actually is realized coming in and out here in Shenzhen, in this port specifically. So we talk about actually for the supporting industries here in Shenzhen, as one of them actually is the modern logistics. Let's say, if I ask you one thing that you would like to see really the representative outcomes of the past 45 years of the reform and opening up, what you can say? So if you look at this place, this is actually also a place at the forefront in terms of reform and opening up. And we also here have a comprehensive port that involves different authorities, including traffic, including the local government, including customs. So Shenzhen here, you could see that we have a lot of different routes, and we have these advantages, so we should better leverage all these advantages. So make all these ports more energetic, and also we create a synergy among different ports. And this project actually right now have going on for 3 years. So as you mentioned, we talk about how many ports connected. So for this project, we opened 37 routes. So we actually connected 9 places, including Hong Kong and Macau. So that's built of the a golden waterways. So for this area, that's also handled that 600,000 standard. The standard the TEU and also helps to save the cost for the companies around. That's the 600 million. So we talk about how we can make an understanding about how that helps to increase efficiency. So in our a monitoring system at the custom, a different port actually that belong to the different a authority under the custom. So basically, they will get one-stop service, so they can get all the license they need. So they at the different ports, but they can get these lessons at the a one-stop. That the basically help them. No matter which ports they are, they can allocate the units at the different ports. And we also, let's say, put this way, we consider all these different ports as one. So it seems like you're checking the airport, so that the satellite hall and the airport actually that you check in, you for sure can get on board. And we talk about that if you get the license, no matter which port you applied, which authorities under custom you applied, actually that help you to reduce the procedure of applying the necessary license. So basically, you finish all the license and you do not need to really apply for the additional license. That also helps to shorten the time of packing the goods at the port from 5 days to 2 days. So there are so many ports. I believe that you spend a lot of efforts to really treat all these different ports as one in your working style. So any very special ports? So 蛇口、赤湾 and 八湾. So here we're looking at this is the Mavan, that's the harbor district. So here we talk about it actually operated in a remote distance, which means 5G actually help us a lot. It's really improved efficiency. So here you not really see a lot of people working on the harbor. So it's more like a catch-all. So this is quite the 5G driven operation. And we also call it the intelligent port. So here you can see that the use the 5G advanced system. And it would make sure that the harbor and custom procedure is same like you pass the checking place, that the toll place at expressway. So by saying that, you can imagine how fast it proceeds at the airports. So here we're looking at the whole procedure, the logistics service, very smart, and also very high efficiency.
其实啊，这个咱们除了这个蛇口的这个物流业是比较
So
传统的之外，
besides
蛇口还有一个
logistics
比较传统的是
industry,
收
another
船。我们
is
前方
that
现在已
the
经是有了这个啊，是快到了，哎。石叔，刚刚好，您上来了。
we're looking at invest another guest. That's the experts in the ship repairing industry. We talk about here actually the traditional industry. Besides logistics, that's the ship repair
还有一个很重要的
industry.
就是它是一个很多的船必经的地方，我们前方就会经历的正在经过的是这个友联船厂。那其实呢，我原来觉得它这好像是这个外国的船比较多。哎，您先坐，您说咱们先坐。那么现在
So we're looking at actually here we have a lot of the Qianhai shipyard. Previously, there are a lot of foreign ship the berthing here, and last month in Shenzhen, we passed a regulation. That regulation will put in act March next year. We believe that the ship from Qianhai actually will travel around the globe.
尤其是内地的朋友，在这个大家可能对船籍就是知道户籍、知道学籍，但这个船籍它有什么样的一个作用？
So we talk about that the a nationality of a ship. Why we mention this? So for the nationality, we know that a person's nationality, but why we talk about the ship, the registry? So we talk about the owner of the a ship. So we look at that owner. Where is the place he registered the ship? That's basically the nationality of the ship. So if that's a registry place here in Shenzhen, which means that's a nationality here is in Shenzhen. So Qianhai's nationality a little bit different. So if, let's say, a ship registered in Qianhai, Shenzhen, which means that ship is capable to shipping globally. So any port with the trade relation with China, as actually the ship can go to. So we talk about here is also the place for a free trade. So which means that the nationality actually we have also the corresponding service. And we also established the International Ship Registry Center. So the local government actually established this center and managed by the Maritime Affairs. And also we have a tracking system to monitor the performance of the ship registered here in Shanghai, in Qianhai. And we also provide the corresponding services to these ships. And we also have a creative system. We work with different ports for a supervision and also improve our working efficiency. And we also innovate mechanisms, make sure that we're connecting the ship industry and financial industry. And in terms of the personal management on board. So for the foreign employee, let's say foreign personnel working on the Qianhai registered ship, we also have the preferred policies for these foreign personnel and make sure that you can deliver the dividend of these provincial policies, so to attract the more ships registered here in Qianhai.
经过国家海事管理机构授权或批准的外国船检机构，可以为国际船舶开展法定检验和入籍检验。
And also we talk about the ship survey. The agencies actually will also give them the lessons so that they can track the ships here as well.
理论上讲，深圳得天独厚，为什么？因为深圳。
So we talk about Shenzhen here enjoy a lot of the strengths given its location. So for the maritime delivery, we talk about this is a very, very important place. And it's also next to Hong Kong and Macau. And talking about the Hong Kong, we know it's a very important global a maritime center. So Qianhai here, actually, there are a lot of the projects going on. And also here is also in the project of Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau. The places, so we talk about that we should also build up the standards and to open up the high quality development of the maritime industry. And we talk about in order to realize the high quality development of the country. And here you also need to open up your mechanism. So that is why we also set up and innovate our mechanisms here in Qianhai, including the ship registration and also ship supervision. So Qianhai here is the world's #4 container terminal. But when we talk about the shipping, that we must mention about the ship registry, ship management, ship personnel management, ship survey, finance, insurance, and legislative issues that should be all included here in this place. So that can create a synergy. So basically, what we're seeing is like for the all key elements to develop shipping, we all bring them here home here in Qianhai. That's also the solid foundation to develop shipping industry. So here we're also right now coming to the Youyan. That's the Youyan shipyard. We know that this is actually also a popular place, a very busy place in terms of the ship repairment, especially in the Asian area. So basically, we know that Shenzhen here enjoying the very good advantages, and we right now to leverage all these advances. Shipping service, you're looking at this whole industrial chain from the upstream to the downstream. So you're looking at that's also the shipping requirement is part of this industrial chain. So if you look at London, Hong Kong, SAR, and Singapore, if you look at, actually they have done a very good job in shipping finance. So we also hope that from the ship repairment to ship operation to ship renting to ship insurance to the ship arbitration, all these can be included into the shipping service industry here in Qianhai. So that could be a more open and high quality mechanism. So right now we're coming to Qianhai. So let's give a closer look.
我们现在呢，已经是来到了前海的这个前海湾片区，可以先跟着我的镜头来看一下。这边是我们其实是
So here, this is previously called Bao'an. But looking at here is also the expressway. So you could see the sky wheel. As also a hallmark here in Qianhai. So according to our knowledge, we learned the comprehensive port industry, the ship registration, and also we talk about maritime development, logistic, modern service industry. So according to our statistics, Qianhai in past decade has achieved more than 800 outcomes in innovating mechanisms. So the Qianhai Master Plan actually is just approved. We believe here that we will see the outcomes in terms of reform and opening up in the shipping industry. So from Shekou to Qianhai, we learned a lot of the ocean knowledge. And then let's go to our second leg, as in the Hetao. That's also in the Greater Bay Area, as we talk about that the 4 key platforms to develop the Greater Bay Area, and the Hetao, that's the youngest one, with this quite small size in terms of territory, but actually they have already achieved a lot of highlights. Let's take a closer look. So right now we are here. Here is called the hotel platform. So we have that's the development plan. So we talk about here that's why that the Shenzhen and Hong Kong can co-build this world-class innovation platform. So let's look at what we are here, what we can see. So there is a long river, that's Shenzhen River. So what is around? That's what we call the Hetao. So on the one side, that's Hong Kong, and the other side, that's Shenzhen. And for the part here in Hong Kong, that's less than 1 square meters. And here we also invite Mr. Xie with us to give us more knowledge about this area. We know it's a very smaller place, but we talk about it with huge potential. So here we talk about here is the whole area actually less than 4 square kilometers. But why we talk about here we have a huge potential. That's a very important platform. So one thing you're looking at is location. As we have, that's the 2 banks. One bank is Hong Kong, one bank in Shenzhen. So one river actually connecting 2 different places, and also we're also connecting different ports, right? We also have 3. That's the routes connecting the bonded zones. And here we also could see that connecting the a railway station. And we talk about Hong Kong and Macau when it comes to the technological innovation. Actually, it's a highly complementary. So here, yes, indeed, we also invited the interview the one tech company that in Hong Kong and developing the most cutting edge the electron microscope, and they just developed for 3 years, actually in the very, very short terms, that they actually developed successfully as the electron microscope. So Hetao Shenzhen Hong Kong Science and Technology Innovation Cooperation Zone. And here we talk about that to bring the total two different systems. So that's also that's reflecting in one country, two systems. So that one system from Hong Kong, another system here in Shenzhen. So that's also actually giving a lot of unique features to the cooperation zone. And the two sides actually bring their two different resources to this technology zone, and it also is highly complementary. So we talk about that technological resources and manufacturing resources. Actually, they bring the different strengths into this cooperation, and also we have right now also the home to 150 projects in this zone. And as you mentioned about the institutional innovation, so we talk about the legislation, we talk about the mechanism institution, quite different. So we talk about Hetao. They had two functions. Besides the industry innovation, another is the innovation in the rule of games. So here we talk about Hong Kong and Shenzhen. They have different mechanisms. So for Hetao, that's also actually a very nice place to connecting the two places and also to benchmark to the international standards, so that can also a best place to do the trial projects here in Hetao. And here we're also looking at this is the 3D demonstration. So here we could see that we can see the prototype of that's the master plan. So any key the science agency here. And we also invite the national platform. Like here we have the Quantum Research Institute, and they actually also here to develop quite a lot of the personnel working on quantum computing. So for the science and technology innovation agencies, platforms, and they also have a lot of the cooperative projects going on. That's also a very important engine to drive the development of the Hong Kong, Macau, Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area to make it as an international scientific innovation center. And also we talk about it here, actually, we also provide a very good service to make a very smooth flow of goods, personnel, So we here also have the a bus. Actually, that's the cross-border bus. Just 40 minutes. They can travel between Guangdong and Hong Kong. So here we talk about the hotel in the future. We talk about here is a international science hub. So we make sure that's a very smooth and orderly flow or move of the key factors and the key elements in innovation. This is also why we build up a lot of mechanisms to facilitate this movement.
那我们现在从这个窗外望去啊，就是这个河道的对面，香港的这片田地。昨天我听我们的工作人员介绍，它是这个香港的北部。
So here we can look at that's the northern part of Hong Kong.
那我大概听到的是，也是因为正是因为我们有了这个。
And because of the Hong Kong, because of the hotel cooperation zone at Hong Kong, the SAR government also decide to bring their northern parts to a innovation places. So basically, they developed Hong Kong for the northern part as more for science and technology innovation. For the southern part of Hong Kong, that's will more focus on the financial industry or financial service. So that's also because that the northern part also connecting to Shenzhen to these hotel places. So we believe that we will also would like to build this as a very good example for across a border cooperation zone. So that is also the answer to why this is actually a quite small places, but shoulder a quite big responsibility. We talk about a hotel here is a small room but ambitious goals. So with the Shenzhen and Hong Kong integrated development, we can leverage the high-quality, world-class resources to build up the capability of innovating new things. And also here, as you mentioned about innovation in mechanisms, here what we need to do in the future is first we to rendezvous and dock with Hong Kong. And we know Hong Kong actually is more connected to the global standards. So we first connect to Hong Kong and then from Hong Kong to the world. Thank you very much. And here we also invite a guest from a company. Let's look at what they have achieved. So, Madam Tan, do you please show us what you bring with you today? So actually here is that the anti-shake technique. So here you could see that the cameras, basically the camera and the chip, they will move in a different direction. So you will get a very good photos. So here we look at the demonstration. This is the first on this side. You could see a very big shaking going on. That's the normal camera. And here is a newly developed that equipped with our technology. You could see here is very, very stable pictures. So we talk about that the wearable equipment, your phones, and also for security purpose. Actually, that's all the applicable scenarios. Right now, it's already produced for mass market. So we will continue to invest in a factory to make sure that we can meet the market needs. So what kind of the policies support we received here in this park? So first about office. Right now, we actually in the Shenzhen Park of this cooperation zone, and we talk about that the personal preference policies. Actually, we receive a lot of support in terms of talent cultivating, and for our team member, we already doubled. So let's say the anything that we only can get here in Hetao. First of all, location. So here we talk about the Hong Kong and the Shenzhen. So for us, we also set up our companies in both places. So that's also a very, very nice places because it's also there's required a very short commute time. And also we talk about the client networking, market exploration opportunities.
好的，那刚才听了我们这个专家，包括我们这个企业负责人的介绍呢，其实我们也能够感受
So
到
we can feel that
赋予我们这个河套的许多目标，其实已经在
a lot of goals sites here for Hetao
那我们也
right now is under making, and we hope that this place will make a greater and more fruitful outcomes.
正在港珠
And
澳大
let's
桥
also go to another place and to see the Hong Kong
设施硬联通会给
a Greater Bay
带来一些
Area.
改变。啊，好好好，没事儿。
All right, to all the viewers, welcome. So right now we are here at the Zhuhai and Macau, the bridge, and it's around 55 kilometers long. So here is also make sure that people actually from these three places actually can travel to different places through this bridge. Once again, this is the Hong Kong-Zhuhai Macau Bridge, and here this is the place we also here is also with a very quite unique building with Lingnan style. And we are here at the 4th floor, so we can give you a higher place to give you a bigger picture and higher picture about this place. So once again, you are looking at this Hong Kong-Zhuhai Macau Bridge. So could like they use different colors, and that is also the color to mention that the other side is Hong Kong, and this side is Zhuhai. So here you could really see that you just stoop this bridge that bring you travel to different places. And also looking at the mountains, that's the Dayu Mountain in Hong Kong. That's also the largest a mountain in Hong Kong.
如果您像我一样站在蓝海豚岛上向前眺望，便可以欣赏到大屿山岛美丽的海岛风光了。
And once again, we are here as with what we call the islands. And in Macau, and also here, we don't know where our viewers can see that, but that's the Hong Kong, the international airport. December 12th. We also have a new policy issued. So here that the passengers actually, if they finished or declared by the custom here in Zhuhai, they do not need to once again go through the customs in Hong Kong. So which means that here, if that the people actually here from or traveled and is the Guangdong Shen Zhuhai Macau bridge, basically like you can check in at the land terminal, and then you can take the shuttle bus to the Hong Kong International Airport. And then you just directly to the terminal or the waiting hall. So basically that also helps to shorten the time for custom. And same that the people flying in to Hong Kong and also can get on the bus to Zhuhai. So here we talk about that connecting three places, Hong Kong, Zhuhai, Macau. That also help to improve the connectivity among these three places. And we also right now get on the travel bus to travel this place. And we talk about actually this place open for tourism. And you can get on a shuttle bus to enjoy the very beautiful view here. So let me show our viewers a video clip to see exactly how you can get to this place.
各位观众朋友们，那我现在就在港珠澳大桥游的旅游检查厅。12月15号，港珠澳大桥游开通试营之后，旅客们可以在我左手。So
this is the place that you can check in and get your ticket for traveling to the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau bridge. And also here right now December 15 is officially open for tourism, and you could see people lying on here and waiting to tour around the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau bridge. We also have that Madame Xu, and Madame Xu is also the spokesperson here. And we talk about after the official operation of tourism at the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau bridge. So far, that everything goes very smoothly. This morning, we issued tickets for more than 2,000 people. And you could see that we have a long line up, people waiting to have a very nice journey here. So let's say if you're coming to here, that first you need to go through the security check. So here we talk about that this is still under the monitoring of the customs, and also no drones allowed. So it means to make sure that you meet the regulation and requirements of customs. And you also can scan your ID or ticket to go through. So we could see that here is right now that goes through the security check, and then to scan their ticket or ID card to go in. So we talk about actually for tourism right now, still the group tourism. So for the tourism groups, that they need to book advance, and that's for the whole group. Let's see here we have a check-in machine, and this machine, that how we can guarantee that they move as a whole. That's the tour guide need to register here, and all these group member can get through at the board. So make sure that actually they sign as the first and the last person. Make sure they sign twice, so we know that the whole group actually check in.
们这2天旅游开通试运营之后，咱们边检都做了哪些措施来保障这个运营的畅行呢？
So here is the inspection place. As you could see, that's the China immigration inspection. So here we also set up the specific centers for tourism, and here you could see the 4 paths. That's for the machine check, and we also have 2 lanes that for the manual check. And we're also based on the bookings. So if that's more bookings, and then we'll open more lanes. So you could see actually here we have quite a lot of people here trying to tour. Let's say we tour with group, what else we need to pay attention? So here the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge only open to the people with the ID card of a Chinese mainland, and also people you have the pass that you actually is from Hong Kong or Macau, but with a pass to travel to Chinese mainland. So basically, either you have your ID card from Chinese mainland, or you are from Hong Kong or Macau, and also holding a valid pass to Chinese mainland. So here, basically, that you do not need to have a pass to Hong Kong and Macau, just use your ID card. So that's also actually give the new requirement.
港招大桥游是在口岸限定区域内，纵观全国的这个口岸里面，口岸限定区域内设置旅游功能非常罕见，所以呢。
So basically, that you do not need to have an endorsement for Hong Kong and Macau. And here we talk about that's a very special and quite unique requirement, because it's not really common to see that a tourism at the kind of the settings, the inspections. So let's go on the bus to travel on the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge. Right now, we are getting on the bus and traveling at the undersea tunnel, and that's also the longest one. So right now, we deep at 40 meters under the sea, and also here, actually, we have the full connection with the telecommunication service. All right, right now we arrived at the Nanhai Tun Dao, that's Nanhai Tun Island. So basically, I show you how I arrived here, and also with me and Madam Gao. And from the China Custom Inspection. So here once again, we are here at the Lanhai Tunadao Island, and anything is worth for tourism. So here is also the artificial island. So let's get in, and here we will learn more information about the bridge and also about this island. And also here, besides all these, we also have the sightseeing platform. So if you come to this place, that you can take a lot of pictures here, enjoy the beautiful views, and also in this exhibition hall, you can learn more about the construction history. So we talk about the bridge actually opened for 5 years. So talk about the checking the number of vehicle checked. So here is opened October 23rd, 2018. Over the past 5 years, the Zhuhai custom have already checked 39 million, or almost 40 million personnel, and 21.7 million people actually from Hong Kong and Macau. So we talk about more and more the preferential policies released. So we talk about that this year also the vehicles from Hong Kong and Macau with the plate registered in Hong Kong and Macau also capable and allowed to travel to Shenzhen. And $3 million vehicles and also the 15 million people checked this year. And also this year, we have already checked 1.25 million vehicles from Hong Kong and Macau. And we actually renewed our record 18 times this year. So you could see that the number keep increasing. That also show how busy it is here traveling at the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge. So we talk about the new policy actually allow the people from Hong Kong and Macau to drive their own car to go to the Shenzhen. And what about trucks? So the Zhuhai Highway Port actually is the only land port that's open to Hong Kong and Macau. So more and more cross-border logistic companies actually like to go through the Zhuhai port. And around 1.69 million vehicles checked. And so far this year, and we checked around 6.5 times more than the level in 2019. And for us, we'll continue to improve our service to provide a efficient and also the more intelligent the custom clearance service. And we also work with the companies here in Zhuhai, so try to learn the knowledge so we can prepare in advance to help them to shorten the time for the custom clearance. And we also provide a customized service and open green the pathway for them.
那我们接下来就又来到了室外啊，这里是港珠澳大桥蓝海豚岛4楼的一个观海平台。那么我们往这个方向走，可以看到已经有游客在这里跟白海豚的一个装置进行拍照。
So we're also coming out. This is the sightseeing platform, and actually
会观赏到有海上大熊猫之称的中华白海豚。
You also can take pictures, and also you can if you're quite with a good luck, and you can actually take a picture with the Chinese white dolphin. That is why here you're looking at that, the white dolphin here.
那作为移民管理警察，我们身上的责任呢也是越来越重大。我们的任务呢也是。
So with more and more people traveling to this place.
越来越光荣。
And we will do a better job to shoulder our responsibility.
那我们看向身后，其实有一架飞机正马上要降落香港国际机场了。那我们金港飞的政策落地之后，咱们有怎样的一个变化？
Here, that's the Hong Kong International Airport. So December 12th.
金珠港飞项目呢，也是正式的落地了。
The Zhangjiang land port is also the only port that can connect directly to Hong Kong International Airport. So for the passengers that you can check in here in the Qianhai to get your boarding pass, and also check in your luggages, and then you just get on the buses and to the Hong Kong International Airport. No further procedures required, so you can just directly go to the terminal.
将金珠港飞旅客呢与我们普通旅客进行一个区分的查验，这样的话呢也是可以大大的提高。
So that also helped to improve the efficiency at the custom.
进行了一个沟通，我们推动实现了接驳巴士在运行期间车内影像和行车轨迹的这样一个信息的共享，也是不断的加强。
And we also talk about that the shuttle bus, actually, we also can get the real-time pictures and information, so we know exactly where the shuttle bus are. That also help to improve the efficiency of operation. We know that Hong Kong International Airport is one of the busiest airports around the world. And more tourists also right now coming to this sightseeing platform to enjoy the view and take pictures. So, share with us your experience working here. So, in the past 5 years, there's one bridge connecting 3 different places. With the increasing number of people and the cars traveling among these places, and this is we talk about as the super bridge, connecting the places, people, and business. For the people working at the custom, we will for sure to provide more the services and better quality services.
那么最后，我们请高警官再欢迎一下屏幕前的观众朋友们来到我们大桥进行游览吧。好的，在这里呢。So
once again, to our viewers, if you have time, please do come to the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge.
国之重器的魅力。好的，谢谢高警官。那么
Thank you very much.
出发，万千气象新征程。我们的直播还在
And we will continue to our next leg.
情况就是这样。
Right. Welcome. And today's special coverage, we talk about reform and the opening up, embarking on a new journey. So we travel around Shenzhen, and also another place we have to mention when we talk about reform and the opening up is Shanghai. So here we at
所以今天我们
Pudong.
也是邀请到了浦东开发陈列馆的讲解员丁小军。哎，小军你好，跟我们的网友打个招呼吧。
And we also have
贵州网友大
that
家
special
好
guest with us to talk more about development of Pudong. And also here, this is a display room to get us know more about the development of Pudong.
不太起眼，确实啊，这栋楼
So this is actually a quite ordinary building.
的
That's
历史了。
the office here
如果我说到
to
了这个地理位置，大家
the
就知道
developed
了。
Pudong.
这儿呢，
Actually, it
如果
is
到咱
around
们
the
陆
3
家嘴的
decades.
核心
And
区域
to
啊，
Lujia
直线距
a
离，距离像上
place
海中心
to the
浦东
center
的我们的
place.
这个东方明珠的距离大概只有2
So
公里。
just around
那么在这样一个
2
寸土寸
kilometers.
金的地方，会保留这样的一个旧址的
So you
原
could
因
see
当然
here we
是
have a
我们
lot
的
of the
初心。那所以我们要来看一看它这里面有些什么样的故
the
事。
tall
有一
buildings,
点
but we
咱们
keep
这儿
this
是
a
浦东
very
大道
small
140
and
号
traditional
这里有
buildings
个
here.
矮城叫141。哎，那为什么叫141？咱们卖个关子哈，咱们进去看一看好不好？我已经忍不住想要抢答了。来。好，这里就是咱们的序厅。好，我们往里就可以看到，有一张照片，大家可以来关注一下。看，对，你看这个呢是
Let's first show you a
陆
picture.
家嘴。
So
这个
that's
这
the
边的
Lujia
场
Zui
景啊是一览
how
无
it
遗
looked
这一览无遗呢
like
其实也是一马平川
before
啊所以
it's
这个就
developed.
是在19
So this is
90
actually
之前
shot
的浦东
before
没有什么高楼，
1990s.
所以
So
那个
there's
时候的发展
no
还是比较缓
skyrocket
慢的
buildings.
那和现在的这些高楼林立的对比是非常的
So
有
that's
反差
a
感啊
tremendous differences compared to the Lujia Zui today.
好，我们来看一下，这里就是仍然看到那个腰饰啊，这边
So here we still see that the plate that's 141.
我说到腰饰腰了，对吧？
So we talk about the 141, number 141. That's also the location of this building. That's the number 141 at the Pudong Street. So
咱们
that's
这儿是属于黄浦区，哎，就是这个行政范围是属于黄浦区的浦东文化馆，所以当时啊，这个地方只有一个浦东文化馆的143号这样的一个路牌。那么这儿我们既然要作为浦
why
东
we
开发
mentioned
我们
about
是
the
要有路牌啊
141.
那么路牌是几号呢？那很多朋友呢就在猜了，哎呀，当时我们是怎么来决定的呢？确实，当时有一个非常激烈的一个讨论哈，很多同志说了，既然是我们中国的这样一个牌号，要不然就是88号发嘛，对不对？吉利数字，要不然是66大顺，还有人
So
说
we talk
9
about
啊
that this
就
is
是
the
有人说
place
这个9也
that
是
we
一个
set up the
最大的一个
office,
数
that
字
the office
但
that's
是
specifically
最后论述啊
for the
我们要
purpose to
在
develop
这个开发的
Pudong.
过程
So
当
we
中
talk
是
about we need to have a
22
bidding
数字的
address.
效应
So we need to have a number for
所以
this
咱们
office.
刚才说
So
到
that we
一
talk
是
about this
一
number
这样的一个协议
141.
所以就有了
So
浦
that's
东大道
also we
141
call that's the
号
number
这样的一个
141,
号码
step
这
by
呢
step.
当美国这个我们的这个我们很多友好的一些人士说到，咱们的这个浦东发展对于
So that's
整个
also
的
show
国际
you
市
how
场
we
影响
developed
不
Pudong.
仅仅
That's
是
way
说我们
step
有
by
很多
step
的一个
develop
经济发展
Pudong.
还有一些可能贸易上的推动，但其实是有一个良好的诚信的市场秩序，这个是关键的。这也是为什么有那么多的投资者
So we
来
had
浦
a
东
lot of that investors and the business personnel coming to Pudong to do their business, develop their own business. That is also that we actually here to establish the things step by step. That's a very, very good place attracting the foreign investments and also build
这样一个
a
中医的
order,
牌照了这个其实是从
orderly,
浦西来
the
到
well
浦东
ordered
隧道口这样的一个
market. And
指
here we're
示牌
looking
这
at
个
the
是让所有
700
的
million,
投资者
the
方便地找到咱们的
meters,
办
and
公室
also that's we have the bilingual so that people can very easily to find our office. And this is reception.
很多的这个工作人员的这个工作区域都很小，这儿算是大的了。哈哈。当时的这个接待员啊，就是坐在我现在坐的这个位置。好，每天呢可能要接待20-30批投资者。
So basically here is reception for that receive around 20 to 30 groups of foreign investors visited this place. And also every day, actually, that's a number per day.
当时的这个报纸
So looking at here was the newspaper. We also have that maps available there.
那么为什么会放在这样的一个比较集中的地方呢？这样可以第一时间给到我们投资者最新、最准确的信息。
So this place actually one of the very key job is that provides service to foreign investors. So here we provide newspaper, we provide maps.
其实这边我们看这个格子上，就是每个户处这边信息都在这里了。
对，你说对了，这就是咱们一网通办的雏形了。好，我们继续往里看一看。好，想问问张倩，这边有没有什么照片是让你特别感兴趣的？
这边的话
So let's look at the
这张
pictures.
特别大的这幅照片
As this picture actually very, very interesting. But we're looking at actually this is show us that how people start a business here.
哈，这边呢，可能我们上阳大哥拍的正是上面在一个吊瓶的这样一个吊针的一个，可能是盐水瓶哈，在下面其实还在工作的一个状态，这是怎么回事呢？因为当时啊，咱们要这个整个重建我们的陆家嘴的这样的一个范围，其实很大的一个动作就是动迁。
So we talk about we actually want to rebuild Lujiazui Place.
大概有3500
So we also need to think about how actually do the master plan. So basically we had the around a group of 50 experts working on the
所以在3天的时间
renovation plan.
在现场倒下了，但是因为时间非常
And
紧迫
it's
所以
really, really a tight schedule.
一边还
And also people you could see actually they with the infusion bottles with them, still working very, very hard on
不
site.
休息，星期天休息不保证，所以是非常辛苦的啊。但是很快在4个月以内就把这个大范围的搬迁工作
And within 4 months, and they work out the master plan and finish all these the resettle
这边也有一个中英文的对照。
对，这也是
projects. And here we're also looking at,
它呢，我们可以看到这个
so you could see this is also
非
bilingual.
常的有国际范儿哈。你看，这个是 Shanghai Pudong New Area Administration，
So the Shanghai Pudong New Area Administration
有个那个对
Commission.
上面这个好像有点儿这个，哦，这个对，就这2点啊。对，其实他当时就是用了一个我们就是中英对照的这个方式。如果是有一些外籍的朋友过来，我们就直接可以展示给他们。
So that's also DA people working here that get their DA card to show the international investors.
融合和我们的是接洽，对。那在这儿又是另外一个还原区了，咱们可以把镜头看一看这个方向哈。
So here we bring you the original setting of the office.
办公桌，对。但在这儿我又要问张倩一个问题。
So that's the office setting. So looking at for this kind of desk, you know how many people working here?
这个其实你看2个桌子
2 tables, 2 desks. But here we look at the 4 chairs. That means 4 people.
但是这个数字有点出入，你再往上猜猜，对。
那就再加6个或者8个。
8 people?
还不止。
More than that.
对，要9
So
位
9
是
people
在
actually work at this very small, tiny place.
每个人只有一个抽屉，对，可能谁轮到这儿，可以比如说在这儿做一些文案工作的，就在这儿
的确，
办个工
我。看到这边我这边啊，我不知道那边有没有，抽屉上还写着有人
So you
名
could
啊
see they put their name on the drawer.
这是戴艳玲。
So 9 people, basically, they just have 1 door per person.
这样的话，他们就可以把自己一些文件
But if you look at this,
放
just 2
在这儿
desks, 2 tables, but for 9 people.
领导他们的这个办公的一个状态。其实他们办公室在2楼，他们这4位李佳能、沙玲、杨昌基、李奇帆，其实他们的办公室也是在一间哈。所以当时我们的这个办公室的区域是
And
非常
also
小的
this is a very small place, and also that the 4 top leaders, the managers, they work in the same office.
甚至再排2个，你知道有什么功能吗？
So if you push all the chairs together, that's
因为刚才我
a
们
bad.
拍到这个了，轮渡月票，因为那个
So here we also show you that this is the
我们来通行的话，可能更多的是坐轮渡。
the ferry ticket.
晚上可能到了
So that the ferry
10点以后
ticket
可能就没有了
actually
但
is
是我
the
们有
last
很多的这个
a ferry just till 10 p.m., but a lot of work actually only could be done at late night. Then that to people working here at this center could not catch up the ferry, so they had to sleep over in the office.
整个这个布景还真的是非常还原。
对，很还原到当时的一些包括一些老物件，我们这儿也能看得到哈。包括像这个呢，仔细看，是不是像我们以前的这个活字印刷哈？所以那个时候因为没有特别好的一些像现在的电脑啊。
So we talk about back then there was no computers, no printers. They used this kind of the movable type printing machine.
同志真的非常的感谢他们啊，他们也来到这儿来看。哎呦，他说当时真的是不容易啊，如果是印错了一个字、一句话，还得重新全部排版，或者是用特殊的这个药水去涂改，是非常的比较困难的哈。还有呢，像这边可以看到这边有一些这个信件。
And also here look at the letters
这个
documents.
写的是王培德同志寄送来的人民币500元。
So here is a story. During the very beginning phase of construction, capital is actually quite limited. So back then, people in Shanghai actually made donation. So here is a letter that's the person called Wang Peide, a worker in Shanghai, and he also donated 500 RMB to the center. So back then, around 30,000 funds raised here among the people in Shanghai.
我发现今天的问题还有点多，还好我提前做了功课，因为我看到上面有一个话筒，那应该就是跟通话
So here, this if you not notice that, you think that this is a big machine, is like air condition. So here we look at air conditioner, and also inside actually this is the big machine to make international calls. So you're looking at there are two machines here that can make international calls. So back then there was a long line lining up there for making international calls. And also here you could see that's the mobile phones that's actually used for people working on site. So you could see here there's the name cards. So you could see that a journalist from Japan. And also could see that the name card in English. So for here, this is the office. We always receive a lot of international investors. So back then, there's of course no air conditioner and also a warmer here in summer and winter.
这块办公的地方，感觉还是把最好的形象要展示给外宾啊。
没错，没错，好，这边其实有一个
自行车
啊，我想问问，又要问问题了。
So here another question.
好，我接着。
你说就是如果在上海
In Shanghai, that normally when we see the bicycle, we always actually to talk about that the bicycle from Shanghai that show the Phoenix. There are two a brand, the Phoenix and the Yongjiu. These are the two brands in Shanghai making the bags. So these bags actually back then used to travel to the working site. And this is also shared bag. We believe that's actually the very, very early prototype of sharing bag here in China. And this is the shared bag here in our office.
享手机。
谁有需要了谁就拿去用。
这其实还有不少的一些细节的一些数据，我希望大家如果有机会可以到现场。
So there are a lot more details here and talk about how these places Pudong developed.
一些物件哈，在这呢，我们看到的是管委会的6件礼物，因为在整个开发过程当中有很多。
And also we talk about during the development of Pudong, we also received gift. So there are the 6 gifts to the management committee. So we talk about here that's the for financial development zone, and here you could see that this is the venue for the people, the PBOC, People's Bank of China. So that's the central bank of China.
新闻性的事件，他们就要把这个做得更加的让人关注。那所以当时我们就讨论之后啊，决定赠送一个活蹦乱跳的真实的小山羊啊。然后呢，这个小山羊还特地啊买了这个香波，好像据说是飘柔，不算做广告吧。飘柔香波给它洗了澡，然后喷了这个法国的香水，穿着这个小马甲，还穿着小鞋子，给。
So we actually sent that the gift to the opening. So here we show you the 6 gifts of the management committee, and here this is the gift we sent to the opening ceremony of the PBOC. PBOC opened there the Shanghai branch.
带大家去楼上看一看，因为今天其实时间还比较有限啊。
我们这儿的内容也比较丰富一些。好，邵大哥小心啊！我们这个楼梯其实也是有年头了。当时很多这个我们的领导过来也是说，哎呀，这里吱呀吱呀，就是当时在这儿工作的那个感觉。
然后这边可能大家最印象最深的就是这个5个模型。
好，这5个模型我们可以看到分别是不同的国家的，比如我们从那边来看哈，有这个法国的。
And for the 5 design plan, and we received from France, from UK, or Italy, and from Japan, and also another plan from China. So we talk about this is actually for a regional development. Why we received a lot of the different design plans from different countries. So talk about the cost. Normally that should be around 60 million RMB. So we did not have that amount of money. So we would like to also to invite that the 50 international experts to Pudong. So for 2 meetings. One meetings, we basically briefed what we would like to build. So we briefed them our expectation, and then for the second meeting, actually they came back with their design. So we spent just around 4 million. But we talk about actually we gathered the best of the best plans. So right now, the Lujiazui, we are saying actually that's also the integration of international wisdom.
对，因为在这里我们看到的是我们常说的这个上海的陆家嘴的一个3件套。我们先看到是3件套。
So we're here to have the 3 landmarks in Pudong in Lujiazui. Here we have the Oriental Pearl, that's the Oriental Pearl Tower.
1999年的啊，它的这个高度呢是
Another one that's around the 400 meters tall.
旁边像这个呢，像一个什么？
The injector, and the other one,
环球金融中心了，它有
that's IFC,
101层高。
like the bottle opener. And this one, the tallest one in China, 632 meters tall. But look at here, a tiny one, 24 meters high.
24米，它当时啊曾经是30多年前的上海，也是浦东最高。
But 30 years ago, this is the highest building in Shanghai, in Pudong. That's for the firefighting purpose. So standing at the tallest place in Shanghai, you could monitor the firing situation. But also look at here, that's 3 decades later, we have these 3 skyrocket buildings. That's a huge change. So we learned a little bit about development history in Pudong. So what else we can learn here in Shanghai? Right, to all the viewers, right now from Shanghai Pudong, right now we're moving to the Yangshan port. So this is around 100 kilometers away, and here is the Yangshangang. That's also the busiest port. And here we at the phase 4 of this port, and also here actually is also that the highly intelligent port. And we also talk about the Yangshan port. Actually, that's the biggest ports. And also here is also kept the international record in terms of the container handling capability. And for Mr. Huang is also the operator here. And he got a lot of experience and word that to operate the catching the containers. So here we are at the phase 4 of Yangshan port, and we are at the 15th floor of these buildings, and we call this the controlled tower. And here you could see here this is the operation room. So we have around 26 places working for operation. So people hear the job. Let me show you example how really the things going on, how everything actually move in a distance. So here we are basically to give the order, like we look at this ship. That's the low. The assemble and ensemble, load and unload around that 7,000 TUs. So basically, we will finish ODs in 24 hours, and then this ship will depart to Ningbo. So we just monitored the whole process. So here we're looking at, let's see, the places of the containers on board. And this is something we're quite proud of. Actually, this is we developed ourselves. That's the port operation system. So that's the yellow part with different colors. That color means that's the purple one, which means done. And right now you're looking at the yellow one, that's the twinkling or the flickering. That's because that's the places right now is working. So that's very soon as the container will place at that place. So this is kind of like the neural system at the port, and we developed for 3 years. So we talk about only 2 companies actually can develop. That's the a port operation system, and these 2 places, as we are one of these 2 companies. So we talk about information integration as one thing, and the other thing is for the automation. So you could see actually that the operator, actually you're looking at, he's really free in his hands. So there's a lot of work by his hands, but his eyes are very, very busy looking at OD screens. So for the operators, looking at the different situation, so we have the TTS, that's for the scanning, and to really sense the height of the containers, make sure that's not over the safety height. And then the rest of the work actually done by the machine. So we talk about that for the a ship to the a port to the land, and then for the paddling on site. Actually, there are so many different stages involved. So which stage that people should be involved? So we only involved for 40 seconds. For the rest of the procedure actually done automatically. So we only involved a human being for 40 seconds at a shore bridge or the shore crane, and then the rest, actually the machine will help to load and unload the containers. So you do not really let the human being to drive a machine to catch the container, put them on and off the ship. So you could see that this is really, like, we also have the ladies working here. So for the original crane bridge that we worked at 45 meters on site, so we had around a room with 4 to 5 square meters. So the working environment actually was quite really tough, because especially in the winter, there's the really freeze. But here you look at the whole operating room. Here is a very nice temperature, a nice working place. So for us, for operators, actually totally changed our working experience. So we talk about no matter what kind of weather, no matter daytime or nighttime, as long as we have this automation system, will enable us to operate in a high efficiency. So basically, we're not really impacted by weathers except a typhoon. And also for the day with poor visibility. But here, actually, we have a lot of the cameras, so we also can work in the smoggy day. So we talk about the efficiency. So the improved around 30% in terms of container handling capability, and we also save 70% head count. So you just need 8 to 9 people to operate more than 120 cranes working on site. So compared to the traditional port, actually here, you do not need so many lights, because for traditional ones, you need really a lot of lights, because people working at night, in the evening, they need these lights to help them to see things clearly. And also from this angle, you could tell that there's no people involved, no personnel involved on site. And here we also have a real-time picture. So we could really see that the situation going on. So that also help us to capture the pictures in different places. So basically, these 6 screens. Actually, you're looking at this person working that 40 kilometers away from this place. So I also cooperate with Huawei to develop these super remote smart control center. So also help us to save the commute time. And the people are living in different places. Actually, that's also help them to improve. That's their working experience. That they are very happy because we help them to shorten the commute time by 3 hours per day. So we talk about the working environment is much improved, and people actually can work in different places. They do not really need to come to Lingang Port. They can basically work as long as the condition allows. That they can work at any place in Shanghai. So maybe we can also work at the port at the work building, work office. So we could see here that because of these technologies, the chips and the intelligence actually really help to improve the way or change the way of doing things. And also here also the green port, a smart port. We see development of the advanced technologies, and we also actually to apply digitalization to actual work, to our actual projects. Here, looking at this, actually, right now we're looking at the efficiency that the capture, the key indicators, so you could see that are the how many the ATU we have done overnight. So we're looking at the KPI. So basically, the key indicators all show here. The data tell us a lot of things here about our working efficiency. So this is we talk about here. That's the world #1, the highest container throughput, and we also actually to capture the data and also to analyze the data to improve the potential. So we talk about that the transformation from the traditional port to the more advanced. That's the port that help to save the cost, improve efficiency, and also to reduce carbon emission. Maybe you could not really see that clearly because that's at the other side of the mountain. So we are right now working on another key project. So let me show our viewers about that. What's the situation going on at the other side? That's called the Xiaoyangbei. So here, basically, we built a new port. What's the purpose? Actually, this is actually can realize around the 15 million TEU per year. That's helped to improve the total container handling capability in Shanghai. So you could see that the smaller ferry ships. So basically, that's also for this newly built port as more for the ships and the vessels from Yangtze River. So for DA, this is Xiaoyangbei, that a new port that help us to really improve the efficiency. Basically, we save the resources from this port and moving that the vessels to this Xiaoyangbei port, because that port specifically provides services to the Yangtze River Delta, and for the Yangtze River ships that are traveling along this route can go to the Xiaoyangbei.
水水联运的一个举措，也就是如果你在起运地进行申报的话，那么视同一港，也就是说，在洋山港不需要再重新来。
And we also talk about that here we have a multi-modal transport, where basically we consider that as long as you applied in one port, then you do not need to have further application in the different ports. So basically, we build that more the connectivity and also provide more the easier transport for ships. And also in Yangshan here, we also use LNG as to build a green port construction. We know China actually have the commitment to reach carbon peak in 2030 and carbon neutrality in 2060, and we know that the right now the steel that we use the fossil oil to propel the ferry, but right now also we change the fossil fuel to LNG, and we talk about that really for the green development, for the carbon reduction. So you could see that's LNG powered. So from this picture, you could really tell.
集装箱船这么大的，也就是说加注的那个区域是暂停作业，但是在其他的区域，
对它加注的区域，
But these areas no
干线的这个驾驶台附近啊，驾驶台附近，
就是也就是说其他的区域依旧可以来进行一个作业，
对，
所以这个也是同步，相当于同步。
So basically here we show you as actually you can refuel with LNG, the ferry can refuel with LNG at the same time working on other jobs. So we talk about here actually it's also debonded the LNG.
对对对，都是比较好的啊，都是比较好的，因为也是解决了船公司的这个碳排放问题。
So we also help the shipping company to reduce carbon. And that's also actually show that the capability that the Shanghai port can provide this kind of service. So we talk about the Yangshan port and the fourth phase of the Yangshan development. We could see every year make something new, make something improved. And right now, Yangshan port is still the world #1 in terms of the throughput of containers. So this year we have also done a lot of projects. So the design throughput is around 60.3 million, and this year we want to reach 6.6 million TEUs. So that's a new breakthroughs in numbers and throughput containers, and also at the same time we also think about that how we can propel all these containers in a more efficient way, and also think about that the turnover of the containers, the crane operation efficiency. Actually right now we are working on these areas to improve our services this year to make new breakthroughs. And also talking about next year, we will also have a lot of projects in the pipeline. When the technology is matured, we also will have a visual recognition system to recognize vehicles, the ships and ferries. So to help us to figure out the potential risks
外籍卡司机虽然我们也做了物理隔离，那么我们在这种情况下，还是要做一些这个尽量保证这个安全的前提下做一些这种服务。
好，听了黄首席的介绍，我就非常的有感受啊，就是能够憧憬到未来的阳山。
So we could really see that in the future, this place will be even much smarter, much more smarter.
首先解释一下双挡靠泊是什么？
这个也是今年做的一个重点项目。其实
现在我们看得到双挡靠泊。
今天也排了2档，上午有2档已经做完了。那么为什么当初想做这个事情呢？就是说我们现在，比如说你今天看到的我们的服务的内支线，就是我们长江里的内贸船非常多。
就是看这边看是比较。
So we also have done another project this year.
内贸的支线小船。那么因为小船其实
So for the smaller
随着
ships,
影响，它会集中到港，或者是一下。
they may really come in a larger amount
我们
because of the weather.
双挡靠泊的这个项目以后呢，就是说，它同时是在桥吊下面2艘并排。
The project we are doing is like 2 vessels, actually that they port or berth at the same place. So we talk about that because of that the ferry is smaller size because they are doing more DA trade within the border. So basically that's really save DA usage. And so that the A2 ferries can actually berth in the same port place. So any other goals next year? So right now for our project, we have around that is the 6.8 million TEUs in terms of throughput. So there are, of course, a lot of difficulties and challenges. So we talk about that. It's not that easy. We talk about when we talk about change or make innovation in the systems. So according to Mr. Yang, we know that here this port actually also have always been keeping themselves making new innovations. So that's what we have here in Shanghai port. So let's look at what other places we will travel. To all the viewers, right now we are here at the Zhangjiang. That's another place. Here is the Robot Valley. So my colleagues also visited the airport. So that's really show you how technology empowered the port. And here we also show you how AI empower our way of life today and in the future. So here we're looking at this is actually this the display exhibition, and here we have Madame Zhong, and Madame Zhong will also show us a lot of the AI about the robot. So talk about the robot, the Valley, anything that can make us eyes widely open. Of course, welcome and look at here what we have, and this is. That's a robot for rehabilitation. for this exhibition, we divided into 3 parts. So let's look at the industrial robots here. So here we can see a lot of these robots actually used or applied in the industrial scenarios. So this is the robotic arms. And this is a developed and manufactured by home company. So you could see the joint of the arm actually can turn 360 degrees. So a robot actually can do a lot of things that help you to really select, sort the object. And for this one, so let's give a try. So here, so let's see that can really bring the aerobics cube back. So this is the robot actually will help. Basic job is to bring the cube back to the one color per face. So put into the camera. So basically, that camera will look at the old size. So basically, identify and also select the steps. And also at the backstage, right now it's calculating the route. Basically, that's a step of how to bring this cube back to its original shape. So basically, right now is the first step finished. So it shows us as the first step. And then right now is the time to restore the cube, the magic cube. So you could see that actually this cube is so small, a very tiny one. But you look at the robotic arm actually can hold the cube very tight. So you can see there's the 3 steps to bring this magic cube back. Yeah, very proud, show everyone, right? So less than 1 minute. Actually, we don't even have the time to introduce all the information about this robot and finished all this cube. And also for a robotic arm, actually right now it also can hold. That's not the cube, but also the calligraphy writing brush. And let's also look at this one. What's this for? I believe it's for painting, right? For drawing. Let's have a try. All right, it's take a picture of me and then to say start robot the drawing. We could see right now the robot is working. So we could see that's right now doing a sketch. So hold the pen. So we could have a first that the picture is for facial recognition. So here is not only the robotic arm, but also the facial recognition system also equipped. So at the backstage, at first to recognize the facial information and then to calculate the route, which means that the pen which place should go first and then what's the next step. So here you could see actually it's moved so fast. So could see that within 1 minute, right now we could see really know that the line drawings and we now have the very quick drawing, right? And then later on, the staff will bring the paint, the drawing to us. And this actually for the pipeline construction. And this is what we call integrated robot. For a risky job right now, the machine actually can evolve a lot to really help us to understand and also keep people safe. So here we also look at that this is also helped for the supervision job. So basically help us to monitor that, let's say, the construction, the field or the oil exploiting places. So this is a kind of like the equipment that robots basically help us to check all the location situation, getting the geological features information. A lot of places that may be really risky to human being, we can use the robot to help us do a lot of job. So that's more for the empower the safety manufacturing. So that's how the robots applied in the industrial setting. And next, we come into another same exhibition. So here we're looking at that's the for the sorting the places, and also here is also the showroom for the robot to showcase their functions. And here we're looking at that's basically for the sorting and also for the logistic purpose. So here you're looking at the robot, right? Help us to sort out the parcels. Right now, but this is also used for the pharmaceutical factories. So for the pharmaceutical industry, you could see that that's the test tubes and also the necessary equipment to the desired position. So because of the application of robots, so here in Zhangjiang Robot Valley, no matter it's pharmaceutical industry or the development, research and development of the robot, actually here the whole thing actually can be done in this full industrial chain that also empowered Zhangjiang in the biopharmaceutical industry. So looking at it here, actually use a lot of different companies in different projects. So we talk about that, so putting the medicine into the bottles or the other pharmaceutical application, basically that replace the human being. So we're looking at this kind of like a sorting as the purpose that's not just for display, for the show purpose, but this really applied in real scenario. And then we're looking at here, that's the service, and this is a robot dog. So you could see that it can make a lot of different the movement. The robot dog is playing cute, we believe. So here actually there are a lot of USB that interface. Basically you can connect to different devices. So this application, you could see the presence in the last mile delivery services in the airport and also the train station, and also during the Hangzhou the games also provide the service. And that's also kind of actually played hockey. So just look like the dog, but actually with different USB connection with different devices, it can realize different usage and application and empower the different industries. So we're looking at the applied scenario in the service industry and the industrial manufacturing service. And also let's take a closer look at this application in pharmaceutical industry. So we talk about here is the Zhangjiang Robot Valley. So talk about this valley. So it's a planned area is around 42,000 square kilometers, and here is for the R&D, for manufacturing, for application. So far here we have the world leading companies actually set up their office here. And here is also the valley, and also provide the actually a lot of services to the companies here doing the business, empowered by the robots or developing the technology used in the robot. So let's move on to the application of the robots in pharmaceutical industry, and we have the Mr. Gao with us. So we look at, maybe we could have a closer look, so to get more understanding about the application. So you could see that this is our products for the rehabilitation machine. And here this is for the lower body rehabilitation. So we talk about that if a person with stroke, actually they need to do a lot of exercise. And because we don't have a lot of resources of rehabilitation, so we need to think about that any machine, robot can help people to recover from stroke. So looking at here, the electrical machinery actually is a very, very small size, but provide a very strong power. So this is also a very good support to the therapists to help people to recover. And here is, I believe, for upper body, right? For the arms, let me control it. So you could see that this is very easy to use. So the core purpose actually is can test whether that's the strength of your upper body, your hands. So the machine can really, really test and sense whether you have the strength. So we talk about rehabilitation for people that the upper body, the arms, not really have a strong power, not have a really strong force. Then the machine tests that, and then the machine will help you provide additional force. Basically, this is more like supportive purpose. So actually, if I have a very, very small strength, then the machine will give me additional support. So I believe this is a really good supporting hands. So besides these two machines, robots, anything else? We're looking at actually all the equipment here actually for rehabilitation purpose. So for the people actually, they come to this room. So previously you need a lot of therapists, but right now here that the machine can replace a lot of therapists to monitor and manage the equipment. And for upper body, lower body, all these can be done and supported by the machines, so that the patient come to this place. Actually, when they finish a round of these machines, no matter for upper body or lower body strengths, rehabilitation, and they actually can do all these exercise with the robots. So that for the different patients, let's also look at for their needs, and also provide, let's say, for the patient with stroke. And it's very necessary to really persuade them to go to the hospital, to the rehabilitation center, to work out. So for this set of robots actually already applied in the communities. So we talk about that more than dozens of the communities actually right now used these kind of the set of the robots. So people actually can really do their workout for rehabilitation purpose just in their community. And we also know that there's a new robot just developed and published. And we're also looking at a human-shaped robot. So let's also unveil the curtain of that, a human-shaped the machine. So we talk about that rehabilitation. You look at the joint that can provide really, really good power. That's our the electric machinery. And we talk about for our rehabilitation, the robot. So that the human shape is also for the general purpose robot. We're not only limited to rehabilitation purpose, actually also can apply for other purpose. So that is why we talk about it's a human being shape machine. So that's the general purpose. So we're not really limited to specific scenario. So it's like human being. Right, so we not only for the robot for any specific application scenario. So let's have a look. So here you go. This is the human shape robot. You look at this right now. It's walking. So we just have an app, right? Add your phone, and you can operate. So it's just download the app, add your phone, then you can operate this robot. So let's see any movement it can perform. Let's say waving hands. You just to see with the hands, twist the waist. So our technology basically to maximum the impositional. So impositional basically is the place in your brain to control the movement. So right now we have actually a lot of joints. So actually can perform that's 54 joints. So we can perform a lot of very delicate, right? You look at how flexible, how the free moving of these fingers. So, and also we talk about the manufacturing right now is in small scale. What about the mass production? Of course, we will produce a larger amount. Next year, we will produce around 100 or even 1,000 of these kind of machine. So right now, our clients basically will provide this robot, and then our DA clients are cooperative partners. Basically, they will improve and equip the brain to this robot. Basically, is we provide these robots and to improve. That's the equipment basically will provide the base, and the other clients, they buy the robot. Actually, they can add on additional functions like the brain, the other functions to the robots. So basically, maybe one day that robot actually can help us to really to get our kids back home or send them to the school. And actually, you could see there are a lot of the robots, the new advances happened here in the Zhangjiang, the robots. So we talk about the biopharmaceutical and integrated circuits. Actually, we have seen a lot of breakthroughs in the basic research. So by the end of the year, that we could really saw that a new achievements made in these high tech. That's for today's live streaming. Thank you very much for tuning in.